Hey, Adrian Morrison here, and in this video we're going to talk about something very important. We're going to talk about the settings section within a fan page on Facebook. So when you log into settings, there are a ton of different options. The majority of them you will never use. I just want to focus on a few of them that are very important that you need to make sure you have set up correctly. Otherwise, it could come back to bite you in the butt. So let's just real quick hit an overview of those. So the most important settings on a fan page are visitor posts, messaging, age restrictions, page moderation, and I have a typo under moderation, sorry. It should say moderation, profanity filter, and your comment ranking system. So these are the things that we're going to hit in this video. Now, what I want to do is I want to go live on a Facebook fan page. And right now, we are looking at this fan page right here. It's just a little decoy fan page I made just for samples and tests. And if you look at the top right-hand side of your fan page, you'll see a settings button. So let's go ahead and click settings. Now, once you hit settings, if you're new to Facebook, you're kind of going to be taken back because, I mean, this is like a lot of stuff, right? But like I said before, the majority of it you're not going to use. You just need to set up a couple of things a specific way and you will be perfectly good to go. And I'm going to walk you through that right now, okay? So one of the first things that we're going to look at is the ability to edit visitor posts. Now, just to note, we're in general settings here. This is what we're messing with. So the ability to edit the permissions for visitor posts. Right now, by default, anyone can publish to the page and anyone can add photos and videos to the page. So if we hit edit here, we have the option to kind of go over these and play with them a little bit. You can disable posts by other people on the page completely. And this doesn't mean that they can't comment or anything on your posts or your images. What we're really talking about here is people's ability to actually publish something on your page, which shows up right here. See where it says visitor posts? So these are kind of like, this is a section where people can just randomly come and post things on your page that everybody else can see. You may not want people doing that necessarily. A lot of people in e-commerce and business turn that off because people might come here and post something negative that you don't really want to be seen. For instance, if you're running a Second Amendment rights page, then you got people that don't, really like the Second Amendment and they don't believe in, owning guns. And they think guns should be banned and all that stuff. They may come here and publish some, not nice things to your page and vice versa, So typically for my pages, I will go into the settings and I will turn that off and I simply won't let people to publish posts to the page. And my page is strictly for business. You can comment under anything you want, but you can't just go and publish a post to my page. Another thing is, a lot of bottom feeders, if you will, that try to come promote their products on your page, come and post on your page. So if you disable that, it'll keep a lot of those people that are trying to steal your traffic on your fan page and use your hard work and your traffic as a means to sell their products without contacting you and without your consent. It can put a stop to that much easier. So I would just hit disable post by other people on the page. All right, now the next thing you can do is you can come down here to messages and you see where it says people can contact my page privately. Well, by default, anybody can come in and message your page. So if you come up here to messages, you have an inbox. And technically people can message you and you can communicate with them like it's email. Well, that's great and everything, but if you have an actual support desk and you're selling items from your fan page, You want them to message support. You don't necessarily want them to message all of your fan pages, because then if you're running a lot of different fan pages, you've got to go into every fan page and check on your messages. So later on in another video in this series, I'm going to show you how to set up your call to action to go straight to your support desk. That way everything is tight and it's clean and it doesn't get messy, and that way your business just runs more efficiently. So here's what we want to do. You don't have to do this, but this is what I do. I click on edit and I don't allow people to message my page. That way they have to email my support, and if I have a ton of fan pages, I don't constantly have to pay virtual assistants or think myself to go in and check those messages. All right, the next thing we're going to go over is age restrictions. Now, this isn't that big of a deal, but if you are promoting a page that is alcohol related, because I know the beer niche and the wine niche are really, really big niches in e-commerce, and just in general, Facebook has restrictions in terms of if you're promoting that page, you may not necessarily want people that are underage seeing it. So just to be safe and make sure I comply with Facebook, I would come over here to edit and I would just make it 21 and over, or I might say alcohol related. That's actually kind of new. So yeah, alcohol related probably would work for the best. I don't think anything bad's going to happen to you if you have 13 plus and it's a wine page. It's really Facebook ads does not want you promoting alcohol related items to anyone that is not of age. So I'm always trying to be what's called white hat and safe, and I want to work with Facebook, not against Facebook. I have a very great relationship with them, and I've been able to do that because I'm always thinking about, how can I do this the best way, the neatest way, and not cause any potential conflict with Facebook. So I would come over here and do that. Now, if it's just like a regular old page, you can leave it on the regular setting, okay? The next thing is page moderation, okay? Now, this one is also going to be huge right here. Pay very, very, very close attention when I go over this. I'm actually going to do an entire video just on page moderation. So it's that important. I want you to make sure that you use this tool properly. But a quick overview is any words that you want to be blocked from your page in the comments or anything, you can enter in here. So if somebody is saying that you can get this product for a cheaper price somewhere else, because see, people talk in the comments of posts. So when you're running ads for a product, and let's say you're selling it for $10, you've got all these people that'll come in and post in your ad, and they'll say, no, you can get it on Amazon, or you can get it on Wish, or you can get it on this other store for $2 or $3 less. And they can even post links, and that kills your traffic. So I have a keyword list that I build up over time of negative keywords. And what happens here is anytime somebody posts a comment on my fan page on any of my posts and it matches a word that's in this tool, it'll automatically block them from commenting. In other words, it'll hide it, and nobody will be able to see it other than the person that posted it and their friends. And that's going to help your ads have 10 times more longevity, and it'll also just help you run your business more efficiently, because you won't have to monitor that. If you have this keyword tool set up properly, this moderation tool set up properly with keywords, you should be golden, all right? The profanity filter, this is something that I use. You can turn it on medium or strong, and or you can have it off completely. It depends on what type of page you're running, if this is necessary. For instance, if you are running like a Christian page and you really want to keep swear words and stuff out of the comments, because people online can just be so, crude, and they type all sorts of junk. And if you're really concerned about people just being negative and posting bad words in your comments, and you don't want that vibe on your page, Facebook will monitor that for you. So you can choose whether you want to block profanity or not, and even to a specific degree, medium or strong. All right, so you want to make sure that's there. And then the next thing, and I guess the last thing in the settings that you really want to go over, is the comment ranking system. So by default they have it show the most recent comments at the top of a post, because your post, when they go viral like mine have, they're going to have hundreds, they're going to have thousands of comments on them. And you have two different options of what you would like to show up at the top, okay? So by default, Facebook will automatically show the most recent comments at the top. If you want, though, you can have it do the most relevant comments by default. So most relevant comments would be comments with the most likes, replies will appear first right below your post, as will comments from other verified pages and profiles. All right, so I don't always play around with this. And oftentimes I really prefer to make sure that I just have the most recent comments shown at the top. That's way easier for me to manage if I have a virtual assistant going in and replying to people. Some people turn this on right here, and this can be good if there's a really long negative thread of comments that people just start responding to and fighting with each other and arguing. It's easier to spot it if it shows up at the top, but I wouldn't want that to be at the top, because I want people to focus on my ad and my product. I don't want them chatting necessarily in the thread underneath the post. I want them to go buy the product. So just make sure that this is on the default, which is the most recent comments. The rest of these, I don't see you using them. And over here on the left-hand side, you've got a couple of other things, like just notifications, page roles. You can look at what people actually like your page, and you can either go in and ban them, or you can make them unlike your page. So, I mean, you can come in here and let's say for whatever reason this person was putting negative stuff on my page or in the comments, I could come in and I could remove them and ban them from the page. So those tools are there. And then you've got page roles, and page roles will let you go in and they will let you assign virtual assistants to your page that can basically manage the content or create content for you. So if you want somebody posting stuff on your page every day or every week, just keeping the content fresh, you can go in and add them under page roles and add them as an editor, moderator, advertiser, analyst, or admin. I usually do editor. And you can add in as many people as you want from what I can tell. So that's it for your important settings on Facebook fan pages. This is very basic, but also you need to make sure you have these all set up the right way. And things, especially like turning the messages off for me and my business, is really, really important, because I want all of my messages to go to my support desk, so I know that they're taken care of. And as you know, in this series and in this training, we even show you how to set up your support desk and recommend it, so nothing to worry about there. If you haven't seen that video yet, promise you this, it's in this course. And the other mega important one is the page moderation tool. You're going to want to build up a massive keyword list of negative keywords like cheaper, this sucks. You might want to delete keywords like Amazon and Wish and basically competitors that people are posting, like even eBay, AliExpress, Alibaba, because you don't want people posting on your page, cheaper, the same product at a cheaper rate, because that costs you sales, right? So that's it for this video. Just make sure that every time you create a new fan page, you go in and you set your settings up the best way for you, right? This is the best way for me in running my business. And I'd venture to say if you're doing the same thing I'm doing, you probably want to set it up just like me. But just either way, make sure you go in here and you tailor it to be the way you want it to be, based off what you're advertising. All right, guys, that's it, and I'll see you on the next video.